Hey everybody, welcome back to GamePlayDismay Reviews. This is when Gattaca coming at you. And today we are doing Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice from 2016. Directed
Not
by...
just Dawn of Justice. Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah, well the specific version is Ultimate Edition, yeah. On HBO Max we watch streaming. 2016, directed by Zack Snyder. And written by Chris Terrio and David S. Goyer, which I'll go into what they've done in the past later on for quick notes. And I got my counterpart here, Cannon Felderall, if you want to say hi.
Kenan Fodderall says hello.
Says hello. And yeah, we got this crappy ass Batman vs Superman movie. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's I don't know. I must have been really tired or some kind of weird headspace where I enjoyed it a lot more than the first time I watched it.
Yeah, it actually, I will say that it seemed to have gained a bit on the second viewing.
Yeah.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, I don't need to watch this again.
Yeah. Well, that was ridiculous. But I think it's just after watching Wonder Woman and then Man of Steel and then going into this one, like it has actually a decent flow to it. Even though they're all at hyperspeed except for Wonder Woman, she's the only one that's at normal pace. For like movie character build up wise, like if
Yeah, she got her own movie.
yeah, she got a movie,
That helped.
a good
Out of
movie,
this.
and Man of Steel got Man of Steel, or Man of Steel
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, and then
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
just got sidelined, and he's
Yeah,
like, oh,
so
he's
I'm
here
going
now.
into this a little bit. So yeah, my
Oh,
first
full
impression
spoilers
was,
ahead. Sorry, full spoilers ahead. We're talking about up, down, all around this movie, and then maybe snippets of the Man of Steel and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, spoilers inbound everywhere.
Yeah,
Up, down, all around.
jumping around.
Because, I mean, you should have, if you're a Snyder fan, you've seen these already. If you're not a Snyder fan, you don't care.
Yeah,
And we're doing this to hype up the
the new one coming out.
man, whatchamacallit, yeah, the Snyder cut of Justice League, because
Yeah.
we're not even going to go into the other Justice League.
Which is, yeah, I don't know how you're gonna save that movie, but I'm very interested to see
Yeah.
what happens.
Well, so now it's 4 hours, and
Yeah,
it was almost in black and white,
yeah.
and it's an IMAX aspect ratio now.
Which is
So-
silly.
A lot of things going on. And but yeah, so we're going to talk about this one, which is my initial thought was after watching this thing, it's like, oh man, this is a long ass movie.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. What's the original cut? I don't remember it being 3 freaking hours. You didn't know the original runtime?
Nah, I'd have to look it up.
Okay,
But this
so
is
yeah, I'm sure the other one was like probably 2.5 or something.
Yeah, from what I understand, apparently it needed to be under 2 hours, or no, under 3 hours. I guess I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know. But this one's definitely 3 hours. In like 2 minutes or something.
So this was yeah, Snyder apparently had a few things he wanted to do, say in here. But yeah, now I got distracted by the runtime. Damn it! This clocks in at 3 hours and 2 minutes. And that's I felt it, and I felt every minute of this runtime. Which is, I don't know, some movies feel like longer than they are, some feel shorter than they are. This felt as long as it was.
It felt shorter to me for some reason. I don't know why. It was like, I guess because it's just late at night. I was trying to fall asleep. I thought it was this movie was going to put me to sleep, but it kept me up. So that's why I was surprised, like by the runtime and after the second viewing. I was like, oh, this movie actually held up a little bit better than I remember it.
Yeah.
It's half as ridiculous as Man of Steel was, but it's still in there,
Yeah.
which is very. It's all kind of like you can't help it being bad. How bad it is in some major parts.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go through the as this movie goes on? Do you just want to run through like parts of it or what?
Yeah, start with the story and the characters. Like, what do you think
Alright.
of how everybody was introduced and how, you know, how they fit in with their overall story? What kind of, like, story are they trying to tell here? Poor Superman is he has to climb to the Himalayas or something to talk to the wrong ghost dad. I was like, nah, man, talk to your other ghost dad that helped you fly and actually made sense.
Talk to the other cooler Robin Hood. Yeah.
Yeah, your other Robin Hood dad. I was like, and then it even says it. He even says up some random shit again. And he's right back at it. He's like, I couldn't save the horses, even no matter who you are. Like, there's no heroes. Like, just like random mixed message of just terribleness. And I'm like, why are you telling this to him? Is this the time to help? Is this the story to tell him right now to help? I mean, it makes sense in context of what he's going through, because like no matter what you do, someone's gonna get fucked. Like. And that's like a terrible lesson. He's like, destroy all the buildings you want as long as you save who you're trying to save. It's like, what? Or I mean, that's the way I don't know, that's the way I kind of took it, but I don't know.
Yeah, so legitimately, as soon as he showed up, I'm like, boo. Boo this man.
Boo this man. Talk to the other ghost dad.
Yeah. But we're jumping like way ahead here, because there's actually
all around, man, all around this movie. Wherever my head goes, I'm going to talk about it.
To the screenwriter's credit, there's actually setup for this, which is where like it could have been a cool movie, or they were trying to be. I can see what they were kind of going for, but there just wasn't enough in the movie to justify it all. But if you want to jump straight to Paul Kent, yeah, he's a horrible person, and his heroism is pointless, but everyone around him keeps acting like, he was trying to inspire people to be heroic. But he did the exact opposite in both movies. Yeah. He's like, remember? He should have showed up and be like, remember when you saved those school bus? That school bus full of kids? Maybe you should have let him die.
Yeah, he's just gonna say it again. He just said the same thing again to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I was having my hero cake, but I killed the horses, and it's like,
yeah.
What is that? That's just a terrible situation. He doesn't have to be that way. You're supposed to teach him to like. Dig the ditch, and then you're Superman, so you're fast enough to go save the horses at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
Well, that's the thing. They weren't even their horses. It was the horses on the next farm over. Upstream.
That's what I'm saying. The collateral damage of what you're doing. You're saving yourself. Like, it's all you, and the collateral damage is, like, the thing. You eating your hero cake, even though your people in the neighborhood get blown up because of what you're doing.
Which is my other question, though. Like, I mean, weren't the Langs, weren't they building, like, digging their own ditches or having their own sandbags?
I don't know. It's just a stupid story. That's why I don't like it. It's a terrible, and it totally makes sense in what they're saying. I get it, but at the same time, this bad mixed messaging for Superman. I'm like, that's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's better lessons to tell him in better ways so he picks him up and motivates him to try to save everyone instead of like being kind of mopey the whole movie.
Yeah. Kind of mopey, and that's the thing, because like the movie speaking of that, the movie does set it up where they're trying to be Superman's a message of hope, but they open up just reminding you of how much massive damage he caused, and actually making it look even worse because that building, that ship that he crashes with Zod in it, like flies through like 10 buildings now instead of just 3.
Yeah, they added buildings, which is weird.
Yeah, so
it's just a longer
all around
perspective shot, which okay, fine. But yeah, and then Bruce Wayne. Okay, we'll go to that part. Like, Bruce Wayne is like, his poor workers don't have the ability to think for themselves to see that the world's blowing up around them to get out of the building. And he literally says it. He's like, boss man says we got to get us out now. Time to leave now. It's like, what do you guys even? It's the same situation as Lawrence Fishburne in the other building. Like, you're all watching the crap. It's just, just bad writing to move the story forward in the way you want it. But I don't know. These are all the parts that I just like that falls apart for me. Where it could easily be written around to make it make more sense and believable and more thrilling and entertaining. But
yeah, it just could be a lot better.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, God help, pray for our souls, and I was like, this is like so contrived because this moment he's just there because he's an idiot, and then
he
he's
told
like,
me to
God,
leave. I'm staying here. Now God pay for him.
Well, he didn't have enough time to leave because they're too stupid to leave themselves. I don't know.
But no, it made it seem like everyone else was out of the building except for him.
I don't know, man.
It's just
then
so confusing.
and then Bruce Wayne is like, I care about my building in Metropolis and blah blah blah, and like he's running
I
through.
care a lot.
He
Watch me
just,
save these kids.
he should only have and then they're running through the rubble and there's a line of kids like they're on a field trip or some crap. I'm like, what kind of rescue thing is going on here? And then
Yeah, that teacher was the best one because she's like, yeah, kids, grab everyone's buddy system, grab a hand.
yeah, stay
Get the heck
together.
outta here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's good.
So yeah,
But
credit to the teacher. She's probably the hero of the story.
yeah. But I don't know, just all kinds of just weird stuff where I'm just like, this movie is like dumb, like right off the bat. Like with Bruce Wayne, like it could all be fine if it was just written better. This is my main problem with a lot of this movie. Because it still looks good, it's still entertaining. It's the main story.
Yeah, it's beautifully shot. I mean,
Yeah,
it
the main
looks really awesome. I'll give them that.
The main story beats that they're all hitting could like easily be good if they were written better and like made more sense.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I don't know. The Bruce
So
Wayne part of the building, I was like, this is so stupid. It's like, get out of the
Yeah, it
building.
was
Of course you
so-
get out of the building.
everyone evacuate.
Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, so they set up Bruce Wayne to be like the hero type. I mean, they're like trying to just. He's got his look save the kiddies moment at the very beginning, just so you root for him as a good guy. Until later on in the movie, you realize this Batman doesn't really care about killing people.
Yeah, and he's killing people left and right, which I was like first I was like, oh whoa, and then after watching again, I was like, this is cool. I was like, it's a different, darker Batman, and he's all grizzled. He lost Robin. Joker's probably who knows where. Maybe he killed him already.
Yeah. And see, that's the other thing that bugs me. Is like he's basically going after the whole Dark Knight Return vibes.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is
But he can't.
which,
The movie hasn't earned it.
yeah,
Because you need a whole nother movie with Batman first
and
to get to that
Superman.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like,
need two
yeah.
more movies. You need Superman to be the inspirational hero they're trying to make him out to be
Mm-hmm.
in this film, and then you need another movie with Batman gradually becoming disillusioned. Now, if that hypothetical solo Batman movie had like started out with like mid-career Batman, not No More Batman Begins, but like, I've been doing this for a couple years now, because he mentions 20 years, right?
Yeah. And he's all tired of it.
Yeah. So
And
if you start out with a mid-career Batman, and you go on.
Yeah. Does he not
And-
live in the Wayne Manor anymore? He just like lives in some offshoot on the side there. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, he let that go.
He let the manor go. Yeah.
And he lives in a little postmodern cave
Yeah.
on the lakeside there. I guess he likes it better that way. But see, yeah, you need a whole movie with like Batman being disillusioned, and then if you end that movie with like Superman popping out of the sky and destroying Metropolis.
Yeah. That would have
Suddenly
been
this-
great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got another movie with like Superman running around saving people, but they claim for like 18 months, 2 years, for some time. They claim that he was helping people. They keep trying to build him up in the movie, but you hardly get any of it because it's all just like a newspaper clippings and people are like saying he's
the
inspirational.
whole
and a
Batman
little
part.
montage.
Yeah. He desperately needed a movie in there. Like I don't know. For all the Batman movies that have been coming out since 80s, 90s, and to Dark Knight
Yeah.
till today, like I don't know why they didn't make their own standalone Batman movies with Batfleck. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a big missed opportunity because that would have made a bunch of money. Like in especially if it led up to this movie, Batman vs Superman, like a teaser at the ending, like you were saying, like it
Yeah.
connected back to Man of Steel. Everybody would have been like, "Oh shit!" Whoa. Like,
Yeah, see, that would have been a Marvel-style Avengers build-up, and people
Yeah.
would have been loving it.
yeah. Well, I mean,
We didn't get that because they rushed this into production because they're like, oh, Avengers made all the money, Age of Ultron made all the money. We need to make a movie out there quick. We need to have something.
it's the same old. They rushed it. They rushed the timeline. They couldn't do it. They had to do it now, which is just all silly. Because they would be peak moment right now if they had all these other
Yeah.
characters, these other people, this other stuff. Then HBO Max would just be the home of all the DC movies coming out. And like I was gonna say before, is the Dark Knight, the comic, and then the Dark Knight Returns, where he
Yeah.
fights Superman when he's all old and stuff with the bat suit, and even the animated movie, the DC animated movie, was great. I thought that they did the two-parter, where they do all the kind of this stuff that's pretty much this movie. But yeah, I don't know. To see like they they already know what it is, they did it, and then they can't do it on screen. It's just very disheartening because like it's all
Yeah.
primed and written and wrote there for you, and you don't even and the graphics are there, the director's there. Like if you just kind of like gave like what Snyder did for Watchmen to Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, which is what he was trying to do here, but it's just terrible version of it.
Right.
I felt like it would have been good or great.
Yeah.
Like that's the main thing I hate about these movies, or don't like about these movies. It's like it's right on the tip of being awesome, and I can like feel it, like with Wonder Woman, the shots that they have where they're fighting Superman, like the way it looks. It's all like laid out for you like perfectly. It's just nobody's like has the heart and soul to like throw themselves in there to like make it be as good as it can be, because all these money people are telling them to do it the other way.
No, hurry up, get to the money shot.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, it just seems odd to me, and it was very telling, or reminiscent, or not telling. It's very similar to what happened to Star Wars, where it was just like, just pump it out, man, just throw it out there, have it half written, don't really think about it, don't connect it, don't do it the Marvel good way, and then it's like,
no, just like, oh, we've paid $4 billion, we got to get our money back now.
Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's disappointing. You're way too much in a hurry.
Yeah, they're right on the verge of it, and it like kind of just sucks that they can't like win the Super Bowl when they're like right about to win. They're like right there. I see it on the screen.
They got to the playoffs and got blown out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Superman's character, he needed his own movie of just Henry Cavill being like inspirational Superman and actually maybe helping out.
Or as Clark Kent, like with them doing stuff, like him saving regular people, like how you said, becoming a hopeful symbol, yeah.
Yeah, and that gives me the other thing when they're like he's at they try to play with that, but it's all like done so damn quickly. It's like they show you the montage where he's like saving people and
like that's all you get.
Superman paint. Yeah, that's all you get. So that makes up for like God knows how many 9/11s. As they literally blew up Metropolis.
And when he saves the girl too, and he's like, he watches it on the news, and he's like, I gotta go save this person.
Yeah.
I don't know. They do
pretty much.
They do touch on.
And then they build it up.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
They do touch upon in like heavy ways where he's like, the lady's like, I want to ask him how do you decide who lives and who dies? You know, like that's what she wants to ask him. And then, you know, his acting, you know, Henry Cavill does his job here with the best, you know, he
does the best he can with what he's got.
With what he's got, yeah. And
I mean, he's actually a pretty good Superman. I mean,
he's great. That's why I'm like, it's terrible that this is what happened. But
yeah.
But yeah, I like that part where she's like those are good themes to touch upon here, and like, you know, get gritty, get real.
Yeah.
And then the way Batman just watches Metropolis get pummeled by these two people just fighting in the air with no regard to everybody.
And he can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Which I think the part that irks him the most.
Even though he's Batman, you know?
Yeah.
He's freaking Batman.
Can't fight literal gods.
Yeah. So you make that bat suit.
Yeah. But just for shits and giggles, notice a couple continuity breaking things here.
Oh, all over this universe, yeah.
Yeah, but like my favorite is like when Batman's revisiting the family tomb. And he's looking at the tombstones. You can clearly see at whatchamacallit, at the 4408 mark that Martha Wayne and therefore Thomas Wayne, both his parents died in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that in 1984, a young Bruce Wayne had to renounce his wish for his parents to come back.
He did?
Remember the plot of Wonder Woman 84? She's like, everyone's got to renounce your wishes? If they died in 1981, what do you think young Bruce Wayne, as a child of like 12 or whatever, would have been wishing for?
These are the things they're not thinking about, yo.
Yeah. So he had to unwish his parents back.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I thought the whole point of going to 84 here. I thought the whole point of 84 was that nobody remembered after that. Like everybody becomes hazy and they just go back to work the next day. Like how the guy was taken over by Chris Pine. Like wherever he was in that magical world where his body was taken over, like it was like what is it, the movie Get Out, where he's like stuck in the back He's like screaming in the back, no.
Oh god, that makes it a horror movie.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. Because he's in there somewhere. But I'm like, well, wherever he was is where everybody else was, and they all come back after their wishes re-wished. And then they're like, wake up the next day. How he talked to her in the park. And he's like, hey, lady, how's it going?
Yeah.
I never slept with you before.
Yeah. Just, I want to say it, just make it clear here, my hot take. Magical rapist, Diana Prince.
What a Wonder Woman.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to refer to in the future.
Sure.
Just
nah, that's not her fault. That's not her fault. That's the writer's fault.
So, rape apologist Patty Jenkins? I mean, that's even worse.
I don't blame Gal Gadot's or Wonder Woman character.
It's all Patty's fault.
She just wanted her wish. I don't know. She kind of did go along with the whole thing. She's like, oh, this is where this guy lives. So yeah, no, that's pretty bad. But anyway, going back to Batman vs Superman.
So the plot takes... But, I mean, they did get the part for at least Wonder Woman and this... Wonder Woman 2017 and this one are consistent. Like, 100 years ago I walked away from mankind. But it also does kind of raise the question. She's willing to act when Doomsday pops up and Superman's floating around, but where was she when the Kryptonians were landing in the first place?
I think she was cool with it.
But
she's like, she saw it on news. She's like, oh, Superman. They're taking him back? Okay. She saw it on the news. They gave him, remember, they showed it on TV when he walked on the ship with Lois Lane.
Yeah, but still, I don't know, man. It's just...
And then it came out of left field for the world when they landed back and started terraforming again.
Yeah, but you think she would have thought about something, you know, just...
Yeah, she's not there. It's totally bad that she's not there, yeah. Doing something. Or the Flash, or Aquaman at least, because he's in the water. Like, what the hell's going on? Doesn't he have to save his water world?
Well, the Flash is excused because in Justice League, it's like he doesn't really know how to be a hero yet. So.
Yeah, he's kind of a kid still, yeah.
Cyborg, we don't know his status yet. He might still be booting up.
This is his origin right here.
Yeah.
It's almost a good setup movie. If all these things was spread apart, two or three other movies.
Yeah, and some of them were like post-credit stingers, and some of them were
all this intrigue between Batman and Wonder Woman, like finding out about each other, and then them finding about everybody else, and like Luthor, like that all is really good.
I would have been cool with that, like in like the Batman movie, and then she pops up again in Superman. That would have been like super awesome, you know?
Yeah.
It would have been like that Marvel feel where like everything, the universe is all connected and starting to come together.
And she's in the Stinger of Batman movie or something.
Yeah.
Like she just shows up in the Stinger of the Batman. The Bat. I can't control this guy.
Yeah, it would have been really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're just thinking about movies that could have been. I guess.
Well, that's what this movie makes me think about.
Yeah.
Of all the
awesome other movies that could have been awesome.
Yeah, everything how it could have been cool. But yeah, I guess going more story and characters here. Oh yeah, just jumping around. The part where Lois Lane is introduced with Jimmy Olsen, and then he's a CIA agent, and then gets murdered immediately.
Yeah, it's like Snyder's trying hard to be cool. It's like cool for Jimmy Olsen. No one likes this guy from the comic books.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a character. I was like, oh, here we go, Olsen, and then he gets murdered. I'm like, oh, that was lame.
Yep.
That wasn't cool at all.
So long, Olsen. Yeah. He played a critical part in that story. No.
Yeah, no. Not even one picture.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to take a picture. He did take one picture.
He tried to take a picture. Yeah. They ruined his film.
Yeah.
And exposed his tracker, which is like, I don't know.
Yeah. I like that the Russian guy. He's a good bad guy. Isn't he in the Marvel movies too?
He might have been.
I think he
look
is.
At the actors.
Yeah.
Thing on
Sorry, I don't know his name. But the main Russian guy that's working for Lex Luthor.
Yeah. He's fun. Oh, Lex Luthor now. Don't get me started on Lex.
Yeah, I just hate everything about it. Just everything about it.
Yeah, Lex Luthor. You know what it was? It reminded me of... I thought about it, and it's like, oh, I get it. He actually makes a better Joker than Jared Leto.
No.
Yeah, because this Lex Luthor was just the Joker. He's like, oh, Wiggly, I got my plans. Look at me feeding you Jolly Ranchers. Let me,
Yeah, feed him Jolly Ranchers?
Cool.
I would have spit that out in his face.
Yeah, so like...
Nobody feeds me Jolly Ranchers.
Don't.
Yeah.
It's just so,
why would anybody allow this to happen?
Me too. Hashtag me too or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something. Get this guy out of here. Lex Luthor touched me.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor fed me.
Inappropriate ways.
Lex Luthor fed me Jolly Ranchers inappropriately.
Yeah. That's just yeah, not good at all. But then he plays
Hashtag
it, he's
cancel
like,
Lex.
he's just making these speeches about power. His plans make no sense.
I hate
And then
that
it's like,
character. I no offense to Jesse Eisenberg. I'm sure he's a nice guy or whatever. I just don't like him in
Yeah.
any of the movies he's in. I don't like his acting style. I don't like his voice.
No, to be fair,
just
wasn't
the
he
way
the
he
Social
talks
Network
is
kid?
anything. I just like I don't like any of it, especially his Lex Luthor. It's the worst decision ever made in this whole movie.
Yeah.
Is this annoying guy as Lex Luthor is supposed to be? I can't take him seriously as threatening in any kind of way, and I know that's the whole point. Is because he's a tech billionaire, whatever, like what kind of
Right.
Facebook kind of guy or whatever in this situation. But I don't know, man. Just give me Lex Luthor from the cartoon, a Batman cartoon, an awesome bad guy that jumps into a power suit, fights Superman. Like, I don't know. The
Yeah.
cartoon did it better, which is weird. 'Cause I don't know. It's like imagine what they could
Yeah,
do
the
now.
cartoon
And
did
they
a lot
didn't.
of things better.
Yeah, the whole cartoon did everything better in all these movies. The world's
Mercy
finest.
Graves
Come
was
on.
a better. Mercy Graves was a much better developed character in that show.
Yeah,
She was barely in here,
yeah,
but she was awesome in the Superman the Animated Series and Justice League. Yeah,
yeah. I
that
just
whole Justice
Jesse
League
Eisen.
cartoon highly recommended to anyone.
Yeah,
If you
totally.
haven't seen it, check out the Justice League and Justice
Well,
League Unlimited.
I
Good
meant
stuff.
Batman, the old cartoon.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about no. This is the thing. Batman the Animated Series
Yeah,
leads into Superman the Animated Series.
Yeah, yeah.
Leads into Justice League.
yeah, I
They're
know.
all-
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like
they're
Superman
all
the animated
in
series.
continuity.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're all in continuity.
yeah,
And Batman Beyond is in that continuity as well.
yeah. They're all connected. They did with
So-
Marvel. They did once again. They did what Marvel did first in the '90s for Spider-Man and X-Men, and then they had an Iron Man show, and then like a other show that were all connected. They're all in the same universe. Punisher showed up. Daredevil was
Yeah.
there in a couple episodes of like Spider-Man and stuff. They did it all. They did Marvel Universe in the '90s with the cartoons. Nobody was paying attention
Yeah, because
Uh,
just kid shows.
except me.
And
I
then they did
wasn't.
it
I wasn't
better-
really aware of what was happening, but I mean, I saw them all there in the cartoon. I was like, awesome.
But yeah, then DC did it better with the Justice League Unlimited stuff because that was everybody.
Yeah. And which is crazy, because like, I don't know. Don't they see how it works? And like, they're making the movie off of it because it was good.
Yeah.
And they're not taking the good parts and putting it on the screen,
Yeah,
which is
There's
very
really,
strange.
odd stuff going on there.
Yeah. I mean, I
And,
know
like,
they
what
have
was I
to
gonna say?
modernize it and movieize it, and like make it real and whatever. And especially this director's style, is his take, it's his review
Yeah.
of these characters. Like especially Snyder, it's very gritty, trying to be grounded and like realistic point of views and all these other things.
Trying to be philosophical, but
Mhm.
maybe not having enough framework to support that philosophy.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, real quick. The beginning shot of Batman rising up as a god figure when he was a child by the bats. And that's the opening of this movie, and my eyes made my head roll off. I was like, I couldn't even, I couldn't even believe what I was watching. I'm like, why are you doing? And they did it to Superman in another movie. I was like, why are you doing this to these characters? And I was like, there's nothing wrong with God or anything. Like, obviously they probably made these comparisons. They call them gods when they fight, and
Yeah.
I think I refer to them as that way too. I mean, and I think the first game is called Gods Among Us and Justice or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I mean, that reference is there, of course, but I meant in like I think usually it's in the term of like Zeus or whatever or something, or it is
Right.
a Jesus figure, but not in like,
Well, those guys
like
are all dead too. don't
present
forget.
me as like a Jesus
Zeus,
figure.
Ares.
Yeah,
they're all gone.
just like Bruce Wayne is God, Jesus now, and then Superman is Jesus now, and another bunch of Jesus bros, and I'm like, why are you doing this?
Why Jesus?
Why are you making these references?
Oh,
Zack
but yeah,
Snyder?
let me get on here. This is the thing I was talking about. When you're talking about that, where they're like gods, when they're fighting in the Oh, one more thing about Lex Luthor is like if he had played Jesse Eisenberg had played just the way he did with in the Social Network, I would have liked it a lot better because then he just would have been Mark Zuckerberg again. That would have
Yeah.
made more sense.
Every time he's on screen, he's on like he can't. I feel like he can't speak. Like he's on the verge
He's just
of breaking down, crying or
getting his
something.
lines.
Like Yeah, or
He's like,
something or
cue,
anything. And I'm just
line,
like, and I'm
auto
like,
cue. What's my line?
he's like, and that's this is his take on the characters being squirmy and squirrely, and he can't speak and all weird and blah blah
Like I
blah.
said,
Wave my fingers around, and that makes me quirky, and it's like, it's all
he
just
just played it.
terrible.
He just played it like the Joker, and it was just awful. He was a
Yeah.
shitty Joker and like a half wannabe Riddler. He was like channeling Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Yeah, if he was the Riddler, I would have liked that more. I would have accepted that more of that character because he's that
Yeah.
plays the annoying whatever, type that doesn't physically do anything, but like tries to mess with your
Yeah.
brain and whatnot. And quick, I don't know, it's where my head's at right now. So after,
But let me.
go ahead, just go ahead. I'll remember.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, no, because like you were saying about the Greek gods and the philosophy thing, it's like they're like called gods. And here's the thing, though, there's like, it's weird though. Remember I was complaining in the previous one where like the way he presents the gods is very like Renaissance and they're sort of benevolent in the Wonder Woman movie.
In the Wonder Woman, yeah.
And like Zeus helped mankind, and then in this one it's like Luthor's telling the story of what's his face, Prometheus, who brought fire to the earth, brought fire to humans, and then Zeus punished him for it. While Diana looks on disapprovingly, I guess, because she was probably there, so she might know the story better.
Yeah.
Or her mom was at least. But the point being, the way the gods are presented here is like, they're like, oh, they're destructive, they're running around fighting and causing massive chaos, and that's how like the ancient peoples would have seen like the Greek and Roman gods. Because thunderstorm, flood, blame Zeus, blame Poseidon,
Blame Wonder Woman. She rides lightning.
Yeah.
She's a storm god.
Yeah. Like I said, there's like if you're in Norway, or what would be Norway, in the 1,000 years ago, and there's a massive thunderstorm and causes a forest fire, like, oh, Thor's angry.
Yeah.
You know?
What'd we do? I'm sorry.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. It's like that's how they just got like that on. That's how the gods are. But they're often, they can be benevolent, but they're often disinterested and usually always destructive.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're like Superman.
Yeah, the forces of nature, and that's what sets them apart from.
He's just kind of selfish. Doesn't care about collateral
Yeah.
damage because his dad told him to.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Yeah, it's like, so this is actually a vision of what it would be like to have the gods running around. It's like closer to what it would have been in ancient times, even though it's portrayed in ancient times as more benevolent. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, they're forces of nature, and that's why people are scared of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they get that part right.
Yeah.
But
And
then
that's
he
what
doesn't have enough of a movie to frame it, to follow it up with.
Which is weird because it's so long.
Yeah.
He fills it with all this other stupid fluff that doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
but like how you're saying, yeah, like that's a great like this whole take of, and I think he does a good job of that with Superman, especially like how you're saying is presenting him that way of like he's just a destructive guy, like he's impulsive, he's gonna save his girlfriend, and people get in his way, they're gonna get fucked over, and like
Yeah.
and it's like he doesn't want to, but he's gonna save people. He's gonna save his girlfriend if he has to.
Yeah.
Same way he's about to kill Batman to save his mom. But
Yeah.
but like and I like Snyder's take on it, where I feel like it was just weird how he said if he had more time or could spread it out better between more movies, which is what I heard what he wanted to do, and yeah, he really should have. They really should have done that. Which is his destructive, like how Bruce Wayne views Superman and them fighting in the very beginning, where they're like just crashing through buildings and all this other stuff, and like
Yeah.
his like I don't know how the world's supposed to react to that, but he says all this stuff, but he doesn't show it. He doesn't show
Yeah.
it very well. But he's that's what he's trying to say. I'm pretty sure, but he's just not doing a very good job of it. So he's like halfway there in a way.
Yeah.
That's why it's like
And isn't that like the
it's good in a way. Yeah.
cardinal sin? It's kind of good, but that's like the cardinal sin in a movie. It's like it's show me, don't tell me.
Yeah.
So he like kind of shows us, but not really. Then he tells us, and then it's like I don't need to be preached at about this. I don't know. I would just prefer you to show it to me play out. But yeah, he does need the movies. He needs more movie to do that. Like
More 4-hour movies.
yeah, like two 90-minute movies could have done a lot more to make this movie awesome.
Yeah.
So it feels like he's got 3 movies crammed in here, and it feels like it because it's just so much of everything.
They got Spider-Man 3, which is weird because Spider-Man 3
Yeah.
had been so long before this movie. You think they would have learned to not do that
Yeah.
over again. Yet
Nope,
they keep
didn't
doing
learn,
it.
because if you recall, Batman and Robin was the same thing. You got Bane and Poison Ivy and Mr. Freeze all running around, and Batman and Robin and Batgirl. They just like
Yeah,
it's like overstuffed it, and
yeah.
then that's what happens. You try to cram too much into it, and it comes out half baked. And I mean, credit to where he's due. He did do the best job he could with like trying to match this all in there.
Yeah.
But
All right.
it doesn't
So
gel.
you got me thinking. I'm gonna go quick into the writers now because you made a good comparison to Dark Knight, and that reminded me. So this movie was written by a lot of and a lot of these guys did the other 2 movies, Man of Steel and not Wonder Woman, I believe, but yeah, David S. Goyer. Let's do him first, or let's do Chris Terrio first because he's shorter list. So he did Argo.
All right.
And Batman vs Superman, and then Justice League, and then Rise of Skywalker, and then now Zack Snyder's Justice League. So like, imagine this: you're Star Wars people, and then the last movie this guy made or wrote was Batman vs Superman and Justice League, and then you're like, get this guy on Rise of Skywalker. Like,
So, yeah,
no,
God,
it's all very like once I like read through these people's lists, I'm like, it's all makes sense. It's all a bunch of bullcrap. It's like, no wonder these movies are bad. You have these writers behind it. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure Argo was fine, but that's just like how you say, like, or not how you say, but people get lucky and they make one good movie and now they're there. And they're making these other movies. So that's his short list, Chris Terrio. That's what he's been writing. And then the other guy, David S. Goyer, who I've known for a long time. I've not recognized his name. Or not known, but I've recognized his name for a long time. And he did Dark City. He worked on the Blade trilogy, Jumper, the Dark Knight for story, I guess, Ghost Rider,
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises for story, which makes sense because that was terrible, and then Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Terminator: Dark Fate. So so these are the guys that are working with Batman vs Superman here, and I'm like,
Yeah.
a lot of
They got
this,
some hits and misses there.
yeah. So this David S. Goyer guy is a good bet because he can do good. You know, a lot of these movies are fine, except where he just takes a turn for Dark Knight Rises and Ghost Rider and Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. So he stopped being good after Dark Knight when he was doing the story, and then the other guy has just done Argo, and then just all bad stuff that I can tell: Batman vs Superman, Justice League, Rise of Skywalker, and then Zack Snyder's whatever. But yeah, so I'm like putting the pieces together here. I'm like, you just need better writers for all of this stuff, and I think Zack Snyder would be fine pick for a director to do this because he's not writing it, except for he does Justice League and other stuff, but but he just needs other better collaborators to flesh this stuff out, and I don't know why they don't pick the people that write the comics, or at least get them on there on the list of the actual people that have wrote the good stories themselves or worked on the good stories that have worked before. It's like
that didn't save Wonder Woman 84. Jeff Johns was on there, and he's written a whole rack of Wonder Woman comics.
Really?
Yeah, he's a DC
maybe
guy.
he got overpowered.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but did Patty Jenkins write it, or did Jeff Johns write 84?
She wrote
Patty
it.
Jenkins wrote it herself, but Jeff Johns was like the producing on there. You could have think he'd been like, "Hey, Patty, maybe a couple story notes here."
Yeah, and it's not a fault to all these people. Like, they have hits and misses. Like, everybody has hits and misses in all their art and anything they do, I'm pretty sure. And then like, it's just, I don't know. After one too many chances, and then the reaction and people that they get, you'd think they would like, try to switch it up.
Yeah.
It's just the same people writing the same crap over and over again. It's like, you guys, it didn't work last time. Just try and try again.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like the writing's been kind of all over the place with DC movies. You get some bright spots, you get some really dark spots, you get
Yeah.
Kind of a little bit of everything. I mean,
Like that's what I was thinking. Like
it's
if like Watchmen for Zack Snyder, like I like Watchmen. I like that movie a lot, and even the small little tiny changes that he did made kind of make sense to me. And are fine. I was fine with them. But
yeah,
like this is take, and so and that's just written out all for you. He's just literally throwing it up on the screen. And that's all I was thinking. If he did Dark Knight Part 1, Part 2, like just make translate the comic onto the screen the same way he did Watchmen, I think it would be fine.
yeah. It would have been better, yeah, if he just had a chance to do that. But then that's the thing. Apparently, it's just going to show how really rare, like, Kevin Feige's talent or vision is, or like he's got a coherent vision for a Marvel universe, and he's managed to hold it all together despite, there's been Marvel movies are surprisingly uniform in quality. You pretty much know what you're gonna get with a Marvel movie.
Yeah, they've those are like fine chefs just working at a restaurant, just popping them out now, like on call. What are you ordering? Oh, okay. It's
They
like
got a system.
yeah, every once in a while you get a bad take with Captain Marvel, and they're like, oh, sorry, this other guy was off that
right
day or
along.
something.
Don't worry.
Yeah. The other dude was off that
We
day.
got-
Sorry, we have a placeholder chef for that day.
Don't worry. Here, have an Infinity War.
Yeah, hold on, be all right. Yeah.
So I guess they kind of want to.
The next meal's on
that,
us.
then-
Next meal's
Yeah.
on us. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so that's what I had for the writers there. And I like Dark City and Blade Trilogy and Jumper and Argo
Yeah, well, the first two Blade movies, at
and,
least. The
and
third one
aspects
was
of
kind of.
Batman vs Superman and Justice League.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of frustrating too, because you can like see the elements are there, and it's like, well, if you teased them out
Yeah.
or developed them a little more, or like stuck to one or two instead of trying to get all three in there, you'd have like some really good things going.
Yeah. They're on the verge of greatness, of being Marvel level. They're like right on the verge of it, and it's like frustrating.
Yeah.
Frustrating to watch.
Yeah, it really is. And I kind of feel bad for Snyder fans, because it just I don't know. I feel like you wake up thinking about Zack Snyder, and it's like, oh, take 2 copium and then go about your day.
I don't know, man. This last movie kept me awake. I'll give it that. When I was tired.
That's true.
And it was
That's the
also
thing,
just because I'm just like in this headspace right now, like watching these movies, so I'm kind of like in it.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you're in it, that's the other thing that really helped Marvel and hurt DC is that like Marvel had their schedule like worked out. It's like, oh, 2 movies a year, 3 movies a year, okay.
Yeah,
And then pop, pop, pop.
it's amazing how
You're
much
in
a
that
good
mood.
plan will goes a long
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Meanwhile, DC's like, oh, pop one out, another one maybe this year. Okay, now we're trying to do this. Then we're going about. We introduced Batman and Superman. Then we're doing Wonder Woman. Then wait a while. Then okay, then Justice League. But then Aquaman. I forget.
Yeah. All right, let's go back in the story here. We're getting crazy off track.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the rest of the story?
Weeds here.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, Lex Plan makes absolutely no sense because he's a bit of a nut job.
Yeah.
He's like God can't be good or evil or something, or God can't be powerful and good.
I
or
couldn't
God
even listen
can't
to
be
him, dude. I couldn't even listen to what he was saying. I just
Yeah.
don't. I hate it. I just liked it so much.
Rambling about something.
Yeah.
So his job is to like frame up Superman, I guess,
Can't even
with
hear
the
you.
thing in the desert. But then there's like, how does that work? Because they have all the evidence that
that was a good
Superman
frame.
didn't do it. No, not really. It's like the CIA guys know that
It was a setup.
it wasn't Superman. Yeah, because they were on the drones. They saw what happened. They had the footage.
And the
Before
guy
Superman
there.
blew up the
And
drone.
Lois Lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did
And
Lois
that's the
Lane not
thing.
know that she blew him up? Because I thought they just made it look like they got blown up as he was blown through the building. Wasn't that the trick?
She heard the gunfire, and then he took her hostage, and then Superman came in.
Yeah, but she was underground. She didn't know what happened upstairs.
Yeah, but remember she got shot at by the guys. The bullet landed
Oh,
in,
yeah,
her
yeah.
notebook.
In her notebook and
Then
everything,
then she got taken hostage. So it's like, yeah, no one asked her to testify in Congress. When
Yeah.
they're asking this other eyewitness, this other eyewitness to
Yeah.
testify.
And I think it's incredibly bad for them to work together and then be together. and then have
Yeah.
her be also Superman's girlfriend known, and then be out in the open. But then
Yeah. See,
they're
that needed a
working
whole other
together at the
movie.
same time, so it's like you guys need to like cool it over here. You're
Yeah. I wonder if
obviously
she
gonna
kept
get
running off
found
to.
out by somebody. It's like, what are you talking about?
I said Lex being clever is like, oh, the quickest way to find Superman, just threaten Lois Lane.
Yeah, it was easy. It was that easy. That's why it's so funny. It's like, of course, he found out real quick. At least
He's seen the old TV show before, hasn't
yeah. At least Lex Luthor was doing the detective work that Batman was supposed to be doing, which was kind of weird. I really wish the Batman and Lex Luthor roles were kind of switched, and I feel like Batman was pretty much working with Lex Luthor the whole time because he's all gung ho about killing Superman. You figured if Lex
he?
Luthor would have known that about him, he would have just hired him or gave him the means to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, yeah, he had to steal the kryptonite from Lex Luthor because Luthor wanted to do the same thing to Batman. They actually had
Yeah.
I guess, similar goals.
They had the same plan.
Yeah.
Is to get the kryptonite and stab the motherfucker with it.
Yeah.
That's why it's stupid.
And they're both, one's a hero, one's a villain. I don't know, man. They
Yeah.
both have pretty
Until
similar...
you say his mom's name, and then he's like, "Hold on, wait a second."
We're friends now.
Yeah. It's,
He's like, I'm a friend of your son's. It's like, come on.
yeah.
I was trying to kill him 5 minutes ago.
And the whole fight just goes back to this terrible, just pacing
Terrible
and writing.
writing. You know why?
Yeah.
Because all he has to do is pick up those... Superman just has to pick up those stupid photographs and show Batman. It's like, hey, he's got someone kidnapped, held hostage. Why don't we worry about her instead of fighting each other?
Yeah.
But nope, we got to have the fight.
He has to throw him yet again through another building, and I'm, I'm like, Superman, why are you doing this? He's like, there's no time. Let me throw you away from me so I can't talk to you. All he has to do is hold him down and explain to him. He could even like super scream at him so he could hear no matter what.
Yeah.
And he does that in the comics. He can super scream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Banshee or something like that. And then Batman would definitely hear him. He'd be like, "Oh, okay, Superman, your mom's in danger because Lex Luthor kidnapped her." It's like literally one sentence, and then Batman would be like, "Okay, his name's Martha. Go find my mom, or help me find my mom."
Yeah.
That's my mom's name too. Oh shit, we friends? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we're besties now.
So they didn't even really need to fight. It was so forced and contrived, like stupid.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't enjoyable.
That's why the fight ends with Martha. You're killing. Why'd you say that name?
Yeah.
It's his mommy's name. It's like, well,
And even that connection could have played better if they just read it, if it was just written better. Like
yeah.
the whole part where they just magically stopped fighting and were magically friends. And I don't know.
Yeah,
It's all
I
just
mean-
contrived. That's why
At least in
That's why
Dragon
the
Ball
fight
Z,
can't be
they-
enjoyable. Is because these people are not making any goddamn sense.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of. It's like
It was
so
juvenile.
ridiculous. It's like at least he was going for a real Dark Knight Returns vibe, and that fight actually made more sense in terms of what was going on. Because he's got the suit, and they like, you know, he's got the kryptonite weapons, and he's old Batman fighting Superman. But yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all cool. Like that's just, you know, what was it? Dark Knight Returns. Like, get the kryptonite, make the weapons, make the gas grenades, weaken them a little bit, throw them through some buildings. You know, the fight would be cool if it was better.
just better set up. I mean, yeah.
know.
And instead, we get just an excuse for them to throw down. And it's not even that great a fight. Like the whole Doomsday fight thing is at least more entertaining in my opinion.
Yeah, they should have just focused on that the whole time and not had. They
Yeah,
didn't even
that
need to
fight-
fight.
Yeah, if that Doomsday fight was like 5 minutes longer and we didn't have the... Oh yeah, also, the whole reason he hates Batman is because he had a vision about Superman turning evil. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, Batman is that crazy chick who gets mad at you because you cheated on her in a dream.
Probably, yeah.
'Cause he, like, he
no, you
tr-
don't. No, you don't. So.
No. Yeah. Because it's like seriously, he has a vision about. Well, first he starts talking about that 1% chance he might be evil, and
Yeah.
then
that
he
doesn't
like sits down at his table, and he like has a vision.
He's like 1%
And that's
chance
like
he
the-
must be eliminated. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You're Batman. You're better than this. Come on, bro.
Yeah. But he's just old and unreasonable, and
Yeah.
And it's like I said, they've already established this Batman is not too afraid of killing since they
I like
mention or
that part.
tell you
it
that
makes Batman a little more believable because he's just like running through people, and it's
20
weird.
years he's jaded. Yeah, and he's
And
like,
and that's why it's stupid because he's allowed to kill people in the way, but Superman's not allowed to kill people in the way. It's like I don't know. And
yeah,
the whole
just point out Batman's own hypocrisy.
yeah, and this whole movie, it's like,
But
just yeah,
they do mention though that it's like new the Batman killing people is like a recent thing, and it's only
Yeah.
because like the brands.
yeah, the branding thing. What
Yeah.
the hell is going on here?
There's a new kind of mean in him or something,
Yeah,
or something like that.
someone better than me. Let me get real.
Yeah.
So is
And it's
Jared
like,
is Jared Leto's Joker supposed to be his Joker? Yeah, right.
I guess, yeah, because he pops up in Justice League, I think. And
Oh,
he
he's gonna
pops
be
up
in Justice
Suicide.
League. Yeah. It is that Joker
Yeah.
for sure.
But if you notice, I mean, if they just had another movie where Batman gradually gets disillusioned, they would have bought it more. Because like you see him walking through the Batcave, and then you get the Batman, the Robin suit that's all defaced, which implies that the Killing Joke happened at some point in this universe.
Uh-huh.
Any else? And stuff like that, yeah. So it's like, like I said, just a whole nother movie would have helped a lot.
A 3 hour setup.
Yeah. But that future scene where he's like the dark future where Superman's some kind of crazy dictator, that was neat. That was a
Yeah.
neat little thing
That
to
was
watch.
cool. Yeah.
That did
Batman's
keep me
just
awake, I have
messing
to
people
say.
up. Batman's just
Yeah.
fucking people up.
And like I said, I would have preferred more of the Doomsday fight. Like, it's too bad he only had like 3 kryptonite gas shells, because if he had kept blowing them up at Doomsday, he could have maybe fucked him up.
Yeah. Or
Also, the
just
whole thing. Oh, did you notice?
what?
Like after that movie has paid attention to some of the criticisms of Man of Steel, because if you notice, when Doomsday attacks, the first thing the news people say is, "Oh, it's after hours in downtown, so it's mostly deserted."
Yeah. And then they're in the port, and then he's like, he's on the port, and Wonder Woman's like, why'd you bring him back to the city? And he's like, oh, it's deserted
Yeah.
port.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's free.
And also when they
free
say-
field.
When Doomsday crash lands back on Earth, they're like, "Oh, Rikers Island is uninhabited right now," or something.
Yeah.
So it's like they keep having to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, it's not
Don't
as
worry.
bad as Man of Steel. So
Yeah. Don't worry.
we're not gonna blow up Metropolis again, I guess.
Yeah. He learned his lesson. Even though they
Yeah.
gave him a statue for some odd reason. Is that his fear
And like I
statue? Strike fear into
Yeah.
Metropolis? He'll strong arm you.
Apparently, yeah.
If you mention the buildings
me-
that he smashed.
Just let me remind you who's boss here.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. So it's like, yeah. So he's like trying to push him up into space, but then they throw a nuke at him. So I guess the president thinks the same as Batman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, if he just thrown him into space, movie over. Yeah, that's fine.
Or threw him into the sun like a regular person. Regular
That
Superman.
is a Superman move.
Yeah. Like a regular Superman.
Although
I mean.
I don't think that would work though, because
Doomsday can fly,
wouldn't
too.
Abomination would get stronger, right? Or Doomsday, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Doomsday would get strong. Oh, from the sun? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, because if he's Kryptonian, he gets his powers from the sun. like
Oh my
Superman.
gosh. He'd become even a more terrible guy. Yeah, why isn't Superman flying the
Yeah.
sun? What happens then?
I don't know. But you notice he gets the sunlight on his face, and he gets a lot better than he comes back down to.
Yeah.
to
His
fight-
scar
continue
goes
the
away.
fight. Yeah, that's some good healing.
Yeah. He's Superman.
But also, it's like the whole point of that when it's like Batman is like making some of the dumbest decisions I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, Doomsday crashes on this uninhabited island. The Spears in Metropolis, I know more or less where I left, or Spears in Gotham, I more or less know where I left it. Right.
He wouldn't have left it.
We did. We have to take it as read that he did because
I
he did
know.
leave it.
Batman wouldn't leave a
That-
spear in the deserted building. He would put it in the
Well-
Batwing, obviously.
Probably, yeah. If he was cool Batman.
If he was a regular Batman, he would have just
But here's the thing. Then he's
Not-
like, oh, I gotta
not the
lead
spear.
Doomsday back to the port because I left the spear there. And it's like, dude, you got a Batwing. Fly to the port.
go to the spear
Let-
and you bring it back.
Yeah, go to the spear, bring it back, and stab the motherfucker with it.
Yeah. And Wonder Woman's like, why'd you bring him back here? Because the spear's here, where I left it. Don't you understand,
Yeah.
people?
Yeah.
It's like, no, we all don't
Yeah.
understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nobody understands. The audience is confused. It doesn't make any sense.
And and do you even really need the spear?
Yes,
Is my question. No,
stab
you
that
don't.
guy. Why? Who's gonna kill him?
You know, Wonder Woman. She already cut off his hand.
Yeah. Oh, big question here. What kind of sword is she rocking?
I guess it's maybe implied that it's the original sword of Alexander that the guy thought he had that they knew was a fake.
Yeah. And she's like, it's on top of that dude's whatever princess, whatever throne, bedroom or whatever.
Yeah. So
and then so she
so
already
she
got
could have
it.
probably got.
And then that's
She probably.
a ancient god weapon. Because that cuts
Yeah.
through a Kryptonian.
Yeah. Well,
Like
Doomsday was
kryptonite.
like half Krypton human hybrid. Yeah. So
Yeah.
she could have stabbed that motherfucker real good with it. She doesn't
She-
need. You don't need
yeah.
a kryptonite spear.
They didn't need these two men around. Bring in the Wonder
Yeah.
Woman. Take care of
Yeah.
Joe.
Girls get it done.
Yeah. She has a shield that blocks everything, and she has a sword that cuts through that motherfucker. If y'all would have
Yeah,
helped, gave her some
she-
better backup, and not run after Lois Lane, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
And just
Like
that,
seriously, she blocks the energy blast with her bracers.
yeah, and then shoots him back with them too. And
Yeah.
that whole part where like Superman goes and gets the spear, like I'm pretty sure that they know that's what he's doing because Lois Lane is dying or something, and then they
No,
said
'cause
it.
she goes to get it and then she drowns.
Yeah, she falls over immediately. She just slips and falls as soon as she enters the building to try to go get it. But like
Well,
they set it
there's
up as
explosions going on though.
yeah, they set it up as like they're doing like a cool like team up move where they're holding down Doomsday to all work together to do the same thing. But when it played
Yeah.
out, the way it played out for me was they just got lucky, and Superman happened
Yeah.
to be jumping out at that time. Like they didn't know what he was doing or where he was. Like I didn't hear them set that up or say anything. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's holding him down, and then Batman only has one of those grenades, so he's got to
Mhm.
time it out perfectly because he's not going to shoot
Yeah.
it willy nilly. So it's like they set it up to be like this cool cross team like super move thing fight, but it didn't. Once again,
It didn't
didn't
gel
make any
that way,
sense.
yeah. Remember, like in the Avengers, when Cap's like, "Okay, Hawkeye, you go there, call out patterns. Okay, Iron Man, you go fly around to keep the flyers. All right, Hulk smash, and me and the Black Witch will.
Yeah.
Me and Black Widow will get the guys on the ground." It's like, oh, okay, tactics. Got a team. Got a plan.
Yeah, like I see what he's doing, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the whole series, there's like pieces missing where it's like the build up and the lead up to these things happening, and where it's all kind of just jumbled together. Choppily.
Yeah. And like I said, like just trying to get that Marvel feeling, but they haven't earned it yet because
Yeah.
everyone forgets. Like Marvel had everyone's attention with one good Iron Man movie that everyone loved. Then Hulk happened, and the only thing that saved Hulk was that Iron Man pops up at the very end. Then you have Iron Man 2, and then you have Captain America and Thor, and it's like, suddenly it all comes together.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their movie. But you can't. I mean, granted, everyone knows who Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are. They are pretty recognizable franchises. You know, they've all had TV shows. They've all had their own movie, well, except for Wonder Woman. But they've all had their own TV shows.
Yeah.
2 of them have had movies. They're known characters, so it shouldn't have been that hard to sell. But somehow, still, it's like we gotta introduce everyone again, and then try to cram 3 movies worth of work into one. It's like, why DC? Why? Why
Yeah.
don't you know how to manage your IP?
Who's running the show? They need a new captain. For show.
Yeah, someone to right the sinking ship.
Yeah. They're like afloat. They're like what? They're like happy that they're floating.
Yeah.
They're like, look, man, we haven't sunk, dude. We're making money still. And it's like, yeah, but the people are leaving. People are abandoning ship very fast. And somehow,
Yeah.
instead of people abandoning ship, instead of the boat sinking higher, it sinks lower.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's get into other story parts here. Moving along to Kent missing from work. Alfred being really cool. He's a nice
Yeah.
backup buddy, dude.
I just wanted him to say to Batman, "Be prepared," but he didn't.
Bad. And he's telling him the truth the whole time. He's like, look, stop, stupid. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you fighting a god? He's on your side, probably. Just talk to him. Batman's like, nope.
Yeah.
If he's like 1% maybe baby chance that he could do something wrong, he might be better than me. I have to kill him.
We gotta destroy him.
Yeah, which that doesn't make any sense. I don't get that from Batman at all. I don't think he would say that. He would at least he would talk to him first. Like, literally, that's what he would do. He would break into Clark Kent's bedroom when he's sleeping with the kryptonite gun to his face and then have it talk to him.
No.
Yeah.
The other thing he would do is he would have the kryptonite before even attempting to engage, and then like have it just hidden as a silver bullet. Because canonically, he has weapons to dispatch pretty much every member of the Justice League.
Yeah.
In case they go bad.
And that's the part I didn't like, where Lex Luthor is more Batman than he is, and I'm like, well, why does he have all these files? Why has Batman not been doing this his whole goddamn life? It's like, why is Lex Luthor Batman?
Months. Pretty much, yeah.
And he has all the files. He knows all the other Inhumans or non-humans are here. And then Batman's like, what? Like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What have you been doing this whole time?
Yeah.
Detective my ass. Lex Luthor's like, where does he get all this stuff from? I don't know, man. It's all silly.
Yeah, so, such a mess.
Yeah. Let's see here. Going into... I like the part where they dove in the water and, like, retrieving the wreckage and the ship and the stuff. And,
that
like,
didn't make any sense to me, though. It's like,
why?
That's a crashed alien ship.
Where
the hell's the Navy?
The government and the U.S.
should
would
be
have stole that shit a long time ago, not some random boat people.
Yeah, it's just they're just chilling there. It's like you would have had scientists from militaries all around the world
Fighting over it.
like fighting over it to get pieces of it.
It would have been gone in 2 seconds, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead, they're selling it on eBay or some crap.
Yeah, or trying to smuggle it in, or like Lex Luthor needs an import permit. It's like just
take it.
Don't even bother.
What the hell kind of super villain are you?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Batman wants to do the same thing. Lex could have just hired Batman to do everything. Everything would have worked out fine. Could have killed Superman and done.
Yeah. And then also Lex's plan makes no goddamn sense. He's like, he engineers a fight between Batman and Superman, but then while that's happening, he also creates Doomsday. So if he wanted to get rid of Superman, why did he make something worse?
Because he has like a weird god complex, dude. He's like, I have the ship, I can do this, I can make it, blah blah blah. And poor Zod getting defiled, his body.
Yeah.
Mixed in with that terrible Lex Luthor version.
Oh yeah, that brings me to another thing that just bugs me about it when they're like breaking their own continuity. Yeah, poor Zod. He was an idiot, but he didn't deserve to become a Doomsday.
Nah, he didn't
like
deserve. He didn't deserve Lex Luthor blood. Not that version of Lex Luthor blood.
Yeah.
He's like,
not, yeah.
And he's like, rise, my child. Oh, the part where I was going to say before was when he wakes up or Superman flies down to like go get him or whatnot. He like stops him from punching Lex Luthor, which is Superman. The first thing I would have done when I know that Batman has saved my mom, I would have ripped that Lex Luthor guy apart to shreds, because he took my mom.
Yeah, but then Superman would be the bad guy.
Or at least punch him across the room. Or let him get punched by his own creation. Like, that's comeuppance. Like, come on.
To be fair, a single punch from Doomsday would probably kill Lex.
Yeah,
he's got
let him die. He took your mom. And, like, don't let this dude live, obviously. He's like the Joker. He already killed Zod. What makes this dude any different? If anything, it's worse, because it's extremely personal.
Yeah.
For Batman to kill, or Superman to kill somebody, I would feel like he would have done it in that moment, as opposed... Well, the other one, he had to save innocent people, but...
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have got that guy immediately. I would have been like, yeah, let him get punched by his own weird abomination.
But here's the point I was making about continuity. It's like, he gets on the ship, and the Krypton OS tells him, oh, we have the accumulated knowledge of 100,000 worlds.
Nope, no they don't.
Jesus. They claim they do.
Well, they didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, that's my point. It's like they have knowledge of 100,000 worlds, and they can't be bothered to like find another one to terraform, or why do they got to come to Earth again? Because the Kryptonian, I guess, baby book or whatever.
Or how could you be so
Codex.
smart to have the knowledge of 1,000 worlds, but not know that you're killing your own, or to know to
Yeah.
flee, even though you built terraform things to do that exact thing that you're
Yeah.
not doing now for some reason.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, the Kryptonians, they just deserve to die. Oh, and then the Superman's line about killing my world when my world is dead. It's like, you killed them. You're like, Krypton had his chance.
I know.
It's like, now you're mad about having to kill him again? I don't know what.
And why doesn't Superman have that Zod ship? What the hell's going on here? Why wouldn't
Like
he
I
go
said,
pick
the
it up?
government, The government took it. They should have taken over the world engine and over in the Indian Ocean.
No, it's Superman. Why doesn't he go pick up the alien pieces? Wouldn't he be very interested in that type of thing?
Probably
it's all
because
his.
the military is like,
It's
we need this.
floating
We
in
don't
the
wanna fight
water.
The military. What is?
The
Oh, the world
kryptonite.
engine?
Yeah, the ship that
He can't touch it.
that Lex Luthor bought.
Yeah.
They traded for government whatever.
I don't think he knows about it yet. He kind of figures it out.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's all
Superman's
kind of
slacking,
thing
yo.
here.
Pick up your trash,
Yeah,
Superman.
yes.
Pick up your trash. That's your home world
Yeah.
trash, bro. Go
Pick
get
it
it.
up yourself. Yeah.
Good God.
It's like, my
Learn-
world doesn't exist anymore.
Learn about your heritage, for Christ's
Krypton
sake.
had his chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, much would have preferred to have Russell Crowe pop back in than stupid, terrible Pa Kent.
Yeah.
Which is bad because like every other time you see him, like most other mediums, he's a good character. He's interesting. He's not interesting, but he's like a part of the moral center for Superman. He helps
Yeah.
keep him grounded as part of how he is. This is like, let the school bus kids die. Oh, we drown the horses.
Well, to this movie's benefit of only one tiny thing is that all of Kevin Costner's mixed messaging throughout all of this is extremely
It's consistent with the movie.
It's consistent with this Superman's character. What's going on? So yes, it's a complete this is what happens when you tell your kid to let the school bus die.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah. I guess moving forward here, Lois Lane. I'm just like skimming through the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy with the wheelchair. He's like, how come we weren't getting? How come he wasn't getting his checks? We're trying to pay him off.
Yeah.
And he's not paying attention, of course, because that's too convenient.
He's too busy being Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except he's not being a very good detective here. I mean, he's kind of is, but he's not really. It's like I'd like
seems
to see
like
a Batman where.
He seems like blinded and jaded in this one.
Yeah, I want to see a Batman show where it's like he's just detecting all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to start in Detective Comic. He is. Ra's al Ghul calls him the detective. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, come on, guys, do some detection.
Do it. But I
To be
like
fair,
that.
he does a bit of work, like trying to track down the white Portuguese and the Russian dude and cloning his phone. I mean, that's something, but still not.
Yeah. Why did Lex Luthor blew up his girl, his Asian?
Yeah, Mercy Graves. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's like again, it's so like
She's
just
the number.
nonsensical.
She's the number one in the cartoon, right? The kicks ass.
Yeah.
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 What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, it's like why waste it? Like they just like throw away these side characters. Let's just throw away Jimmy Olsen, throw away Mercy Graves.
Yeah.
Um,
You're losing ground, man. These characters.
Yeah.
They could do things.
yeah.
They don't need to be discarded.
Like, it'd
for
be
no
really
reason.
awesome to
I don't
see
know why.
Like it would be awesome to see Batman like trying to smuggle the kryptonite or get the kryptonite, and Mercy Graves tries to stop him. He has to get past her or beat her up somehow.
Or like Wonder Woman
You know what
tries
I mean?
to get the kryptonite at some time or something like that. She could have been more
Yeah.
involved in what's going on.
No, it was better this way. She was cool when unless she spoke, because she's more mysterious and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And this is before Wonder Woman, right?
Yeah, this is.
This
just
is crazy
before-
to me, yeah. This part at least has some value to it, where they are able to connect a sequel well enough into these other ones where it feels like she was there. Like it feels like that movie was made before these other ones, because it's like a setup
Yeah.
movie that and she just pops in naturally.
Yeah.
They like did it backwards.
Yeah, but
And
that
then
kind of worked. People thought, oh, maybe this will work because
Yeah.
Wonder Woman was a success. It was like the bright spot, and then what do we get? I forget after
They should have
Wonder
kept going with it. I don't know. Suicide Squad? Ugh.
Woman. Oh yeah, God, don't remind me of that. We're not gonna cover that, all right?
Yeah, we're
Later, I guess. I don't just
after all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, can we just like wait around till we get to the Suicide Squad next year or whatever, and just cover that one?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, because about Suicide Squad, the only thing I can say is you've got like Will Smith and Margot Robbie and a bunch of superheroes and crazy woman with katana.
And they bought music rights. That's what I get out of that movie.
And
they just acquired music rights.
How do you make a movie with Will Smith and Margot Robbie running around fighting demons or whatever boring? It's like, how the hell?
I don't know. But getting back to Batman vs Superman,
so awesome.
I like the part where they were blowing up the Capitol. Because at least they explained that the chair was made out of lead, so he couldn't see it. And it goes into Lex Luthor being cool, or character could be cool. So he knows that about Superman, so he did it that way. Like, you know, that's good. That's good stuff, kind of.
See, what's her face, Jenna Malone, and her tiny bit part as a scientist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot she was in this movie. Poor Superman has to watch everybody blow up around him, and I like that Holly Hunter figures it all out too. That was nice. Nice little touch.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't know he was gonna get blown up because she's like, he just bought fruit the other day.
Again, yeah, Lois better detective than Batman. I don't know.
Yeah, very weird.
It's all kinds of
And I like where Lois figures out that she was the setup for Superman. It's like, come on, lady, get with the program.
Yeah. He follows you around.
How are you gonna announce to the world that you're this dude's boyfriend and then I expect to be taken advantage of like that? Like, come on.
Yeah, seriously.
And they're like, every time Superman does something, they write a puff piece about him because his girlfriend works there. It's like, what? Everybody's just cool with this?
Apparently. Well, who's gonna stop him?
I don't know. Lois Lane sucks. Or in this character version, it takes her too long to figure out she's being used.
Yeah. On the other hand, soapy bathwater.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's that. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
And at least she wasn't in the Capitol when it blew up, I guess. That's something.
Yeah, she was outside. Lucky for him. Otherwise,
he gets mad,
maybe
flies
Superman
away.
would have gone crazy.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne doesn't live in his property anymore for some weird reason.
Like I said, these all need more movies to develop. I want to see the movie where Superman's just Superman being the hero, and so the world starts to trust him again.
Nah, not a chance.
That shit starts happening, and then I want to see the movie where Batman becomes gradually more and more jaded, and then the demon god, then the new gods arrive.
And the gods show up, and he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get serious. I gotta take it up a notch. Gotta fight these gods."
Yeah.
Time to get back in action. Just when I thought I was out, they bring me back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least him stealing the kryptonite and everybody figuring out kryptonite to kill Superman is pretty quick. Or everybody figured out pretty quick. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eisenberg taking over the ship and creating that doomsday thing. It's all pretty silly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I said, the movie just starts to go off the rails. I think I pointed it. Let me check my notes here.
Yeah.
It's like when everything starts to go.
The whole time, you mean? I don't like the design of the Batmobile. Well, the Batmobile was alright, but I don't like the design of the Batwing. It looked weird.
Yeah.
One point that I did like is Jesse Eisenberg just where he just throws Lois off.
Yeah.
Superman's just right there. It's like, yeah, that's one way to do it.
That's how you do it. No, I think the movie went off the rails when Lex Luthor started to create Doomsday.
Yeah.
Then it's like, what the hell are you doing here, bud? What is your plan? What is your goal? Why? Because so far it looked like he was engineering events to get rid of Superman, which makes sense because he doesn't like Superman. Batman doesn't like Superman. Everyone's afraid of him. So far so good. Then it's like, oh, let me get rid of Superman by creating a worse problem than Superman.
Well, I thought he was gonna kill Superman and then somehow control him because he's the dad.
How?
I don't know.
Didn't establish any of that in the movie.
Yeah, he didn't
And the
explain.
first thing-
He didn't even
and the
think out
first-
his plan.
And the first thing his creation does is try to kill him.
Yeah, I wish that happened. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Because then it would have been, I don't know, better for the movie. If you're gonna
Yeah.
take out Olsen and the other girl and whatever, and it makes sense for
Yeah.
this stupid character to die in this stupid way because he doesn't know what he's doing. He just gets punched immediately. That would have been great. Said Superman has to save him.
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's just dumb.
Terrible
Like I
part.
said, I'm disappointed that Superman did not brand him in the prison at the end.
Yeah.
He should have just.
Ain't he trying to burn his mom? I thought that was pretty extreme. Burn the
like
witch.
the
he's so
Yeah.
weird. So weird.
Yeah, it's just that's what I'm saying. I didn't like its take at all. It's
Yeah.
the worst Lex Luthor I've seen.
Yeah, that's
I
a
mean, look at
Joker
the
thing. That totally is, like with the photographs and all that other thing. They did just turn him into the
Yeah.
Joker for some odd reason.
Yeah.
Like they saw Dark Knight, they saw Heath Ledger, and they're like, just do that, just do that.
Yeah.
Even though you're Lex Luthor, a completely different character.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like what was I gonna say? Yeah, like Gene Hackman's like Lex Luthor. He was a bit like a little over the top, but he was also like calculating and cool, and like his plan in Superman was like have bombs go off in 2 different locations, so Superman can't possibly get to both of them at once.
Yeah, that's a Joker move too. Dark Knight.
Yeah, so it's like and like the Lex Luthor in the comic, in the cartoon, the Justice League, and Superman the animated series, he was really awesome. He was threatening and menacing and very intelligent and also untouchable because of his wealth and power.
Yeah.
His-
What's up with
Jesse
the?
Eisenberg's just a poser.
Yeah.
What's up with the what now?
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was watching something back here. Oh, I like the part where they're all doing where they're just looking through all the files for the Justice League, like setup, where
Yeah.
Aquaman, Cyborg, Flash, and all that part.
Yeah,
Once again, Lex Luthor is more Batman than Batman is for some reason.
Yeah.
And then
Everyone's more Batman than Batman in this movie.
yeah, and then
This is weird.
it is like that part is cool. Like I like that's a good setup in a way. Like if it was sprinkled out throughout more movies and all that. Like it's all that's yeah. Just repeating myself now. It's all on the verge of being awesome, but it's just like kind of missing the mark
Yeah.
in a lot of the ways, meaningful ways, very very meaningful ways.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like you can see where it would have been awesome.
But yeah, Jesse Eisenberg is the worst Lex Luthor I've ever seen. I hate watching him on screen in this movie. And yeah, just the whole fight with Batman and Superman where he doesn't have to fight him. You could just talk to him. They would have saved his mom faster.
Right? Yeah, a lot faster.
Oh, what was up, jumping in here, what was he doing? Talking to Steppenwolf in the little pod there in the goop?
Yeah,
How-
I think so, or
how
learning
does-
about him.
Yeah, how does Steppenwolf communicate with these people? And who is he? He's just like another god type? I forget how he comes
No,
into
he's-
play.
He's a servant of what's his name? Darkseid.
Okay, and he has not shown up yet.
No, but he will in the next movie. So this
Okay.
is also setting up that next movie.
Oh man. So wait, they're just amping up these they're wasting all their big bad guys in all these movies with no setup for any of them. They're like
Yeah.
Doomsday, okay, Darkseid, okay, Steppenwolf, okay, God of War, okay. It's like whoa,
Yeah.
whoa here, Zod, Krypton, whatever, all this stuff.
Yep.
Like, they just slow it down, man.
Yeah.
Just calm it down a bit.
Yeah, seriously, take a...
Take a step back. Take a breather. Let
Yeah.
your shots breathe as much as his slow mo in these movies.
Seriously.
Or let your story breathe as much as he's slow-mo in these movies.
Yeah. I wonder how short it would be if you took all the slow-mo out.
Yeah. Probably another half hour shorter. And then, yeah, Superman gets taken out by Batman, which is pretty cool. And then he says to Martha, classic Martha name, and everything goes to shit because it was stupid to begin with.
Because the silly Lex Luthor. He is a very silly man.
Yeah. Why'd you say that name?
Yeah.
And Lois
Yeah.
Lane gets there real quick? How'd she even get there?
She had a helicopter.
she
Perry
like-
White.
Oh.
Let's talk about Perry White for a minute.
Oh, yeah, get the helicopter. Go to the roof, yeah.
He's like, mostly spends the time just growling at Perry and
And
Clark,
Ken-
and then
Clark, yeah.
yeah. And then suddenly she's like, I need a helicopter, but it's not for work.
Oh,
he's
really?
like,
Okay.
okay.
Let me get a faster
Yeah,
one
I
for you.
Yeah.
Superman's girlfriend, don't fuck me up, please.
Yeah, seriously. It's
Lois
like,
Lane, ugh.
damn. It's like, yeah, it didn't make any damn sense.
Yeah, she does that in the cartoon. I mean, it's kind of like her character where she just flaunts that she's Superman's girlfriend kind of around, like willy-nilly, and uses
Yeah.
it to be. But yeah. I need a helicopter,
Oh,
not for
there's-
work. For Superman, boyfriend, girlfriend business, okay.
Yeah.
Not even, don't use the helipad, go to the roof.
Yeah.
Silly. One random part I liked was Walking Dead, and two Walking Dead actors are the Martha and Thomas Wayne. Is that his name?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jeffrey D. Morgan and I forget her name, Maggie something. And I don't know, for some weird reason, I like the shot where he breaks the pearls with the gun shooting. Just whatever.
It just looked really cool. Didn't make a
Just-
whole lot of sense, but it looked really awesome.
It just, I don't know why it stood out to me. It just did. I was like, yeah, whatever. Symbolism. Good shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted more Wonder Woman in this because she really fucks shit up at the end there. She's doing the majority of the work. Because Superman's like,
Yeah, she's doing that.
yeah,
It's like,
Batman's,
Krypton, huff too much Krypton, man.
yeah,
I need my spear, my girlfriend,
yeah.
Batman's like, oh shit, I'm really out of my depth here.
Yeah, he's like literally just running away the whole time, just kind of swinging out of the way, or like getting his attention
Yeah.
for Wonder Woman to do sweet moves with her whip and her sword,
Yeah.
her crazy ass sword, which
Yeah,
I need to know where it comes from. Like she's chopping that dude up, man. Like what does she got there?
Yeah.
And her shield's sweet. And she's just awesome. And yeah, and Batman's like, yeah, just run away. He's got one bullet.
Yep.
And that that whole fight could have been, it was really cool, but yeah, just kind of, if the Lois Lane part wasn't there, and it could have just been Superman fighting, and Batman getting the spear instead of Superman getting the spear, and maybe like tossing it to Superman so he could use it instead of Lois Lane just drowning, she gets saved 3 times in this movie?
Yeah, more or less. That's gotta be a new record.
Yeah.
3 times in one night, movie.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. 3 or 4 times movie. Yeah. But yeah, poor Martha getting burned like a witch. That was really weird.
Yeah.
Or almost getting burned. And then yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
luckily
friend of your
didn't.
I'm a friend of your brother or your son or something stupid.
Yeah.
Even though I was about to murder that dude 2 seconds earlier. Just because he's an alien. Just because.
Yeah. Pretty much. Batman's a racist.
Yeah, he's an alienist. But I guess yeah,
Alienist.
let's go into the ending and I guess closing thoughts and rate this damn thing.
Closing thoughts. This is just a mess. It's, like I said, the same thing with Man of Steel. It's a bit muddled. It's all over the place. They kind of know what they're going for, but they don't have enough movie to support it. Like it just need to be 3 movies instead of 1.
Even in the 3-hour
It's-
director's cut runtime, still not
Yeah.
enough.
And it's the thing. I think this one. I think the fault for this one falls on the fault of the fault of this movie lie on the shoulders of the executives, the director, and the story writer. You know what I mean? It's like the actors did the best with what they were given. I didn't see like a bad acting performance out of any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're all doing what they were told to do, which was just crap, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I like Henry Cavill Superman. I tolerated Amy Adams, Lois Lane.
I don't like Amy
Care
Adams
for her too
Lois
much,
Lane.
but she didn't do a bad job.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's not terrible. It's just not. I could.
she just miscast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just be better. I think there's a better one. I think. I even like the Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, or as Batman. At first, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's like I don't care for Ben Affleck that much. Daredevil, I was like, I don't know, but I thought he did a decent job, like considering.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He carried off the old. He carried off the old world-weary Batman pretty well.
Yeah, and he's kind of like short, and like he's kind of like stocky, like thick. So he's like short, like
apparently
like a shorter, kind of stockier Batman. Like that was cool.
Yeah. Apparently he also bulked up for this too.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. He's banging that tire and dragging those things or whatever. So, like you got to show off him working out.
Yeah,
but yeah, he did
but
a good
also,
job.
Jeremy Irons was a terrific Alfred.
Great Alfred, yeah.
I just want to see Alfred like Jeremy Irons carry himself as an Alfred movie.
Yeah. I would have liked to seen the Batman Alfred, them being Batman and Alfred in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
They could have. That's a big missed opportunity.
Yeah. So yeah, good actors. I mean, the cinematography was great. It looked really nice. The fights weren't that confusing or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good action still. Decent action.
Yeah, it's beautifully shot. The music was good for the most part.
Music's good.
There were a couple of parts where like, what are you doing, Hans? Where like, it's like dun dun dun. With the orchestral hits, it's like, all right, we get it. It's important for Lex, but come on.
Yeah. Oh, when he got hit with the nuke, that was pretty tight. Superman.
Yeah.
Thought that was cool. They're like, just blow them up. Just get rid of them both. Two birds, one stone. Everybody's kind of iffy about Superman anyway. Just blow them up. Just blow them both up.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But as for my rating, final thoughts?
Yeah.
Why'd you make this movie?
That's it?
That's my
ratings, final thoughts. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, well, we could touch on the ending a little more if you want. Just how the whole aftermath of burying Superman as like an American hero or military hero, I thought was kind of weird. At first, I thought it was everybody knew that Clark Kent was Superman, and then that was the same funeral, and just kind of jumping through it, kind of weird. But I was like, oh, they're two different ones.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here?
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, like they give them full military honors when before they were like, "Oh, you're a threat to mankind."
Yeah,
and it's like
they blew him up with the nuke and then give him full military honors. And it's like whatever, guys.
Our bad, sorry.
Yeah, it's like don't worry, we'll give you a hero's funeral after we blow you up.
Yeah,
classic,
so,
classic style though. That's classic though.
So dissonant, yeah.
But yeah, at least the military chick that was working with in Man of Steel, the military leader that Lois Lane talks to. And
so he got promoted. He was General Swanwick. Now he's Secretary Swanwick. So he's working for the Joint Chiefs, I think.
His girl that likes Superman at the end of the Man of Steel, she's all there.
Yeah, his assistant. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the guy that worked at the IHOP, he showed up. So they're like,
at the funeral.
Yeah, there's
continuity.
There's like snippets of stuff going on here in just the weirdest ways.
You know what's really weird? That little redhead guy who runs the IHOP now apparently has more screen time and dialogue than Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, nice. He's the new Jimmy.
Movies.
Yeah, he's Jimmy for some weird reason. That's good. Good for him.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy Olsen is a CIA agent. I don't know about that.
Yeah, it doesn't make no damn sense.
Yeah, I guess that's all I got on this. Yeah, the ending is just they bury him, and then Batman's like, I got a feeling something else is coming. I like how it works with him and Wonder Woman work very well together.
Yeah, surprisingly,
Ben Affleck and Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
The whole interaction and when she steals his stuff, she's like, just share your toys. Come on, Batboy.
Yeah. So he does. He's
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah,
Now they're emailing each other.
yeah.
You know, working it out. They make a good team. And then she shows up, and he's like, "I thought she was with you. Who the hell is this lady?" Uh, but yeah, they could have that could have worked. Like, if they had a standalone Batman movie, she could have been a great end part or like end thing of teasing her, the next movie or her movie or something like that. Did the photograph link?
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect. They already linked it in her movie. Like, that's their connection.
Yeah.
Like their work. He sends her the photograph and like through all this other stuff or whatever.
Take a look at this photo.
Yeah. All right. Closing thoughts. Yeah, this movie is big old. Not as a big of a mess as Man of Steel, but all of the main problems
Surprisingly,
yeah, all the main problems that I had with Man of Steel are still here, and they're the biggest hindrance to this whole DC EU of franchise and movies. Is just the lackluster storytelling and coherence between all the characters and their actions and the comic books and characters themselves, and just going after the Marvel thing and not quite getting there, even though it's all ready and willing to be had. And I want it to be good, and that's why I still watch them, because I'm like, there's like something to get out of it at least, besides
there's
just
a
hope.
nugget.
Yeah, just hoping for more, hoping for better. Everybody's kind of rooting for him. I'm rooting for him too. I'm like, come on. Hopefully Zack Snyder's Justice League will be better than these other ones I just watched. But who knows if that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like this movie. The whole part where they're teamed up at the end was great. Their whole team up at the end
That's
was awesome.
why we're here.
Yeah. But yeah, just totally rushes. Same as everything else. For rating, I don't know, 7? I guess I'd give it a 7. I liked it more than I did before, so that's something. This director's cut, which I don't even know if I've seen before, so yeah, 7 out of 10. Totally watch it if you want. If you're watching the DCEU, just watch this movie, of course. It's actually better than Man of Steel. I don't know, I forget where I rated that, but they're on the same
bar, though.
yeah, they're on the same level, I guess. Man of Steel's worse somehow though. So this one's a little better, yeah, this one's better. Wonder Woman's the best. This one's the second, then Man of Steel, in terms of how far I've watched into these movies. And then Zack Snyder's Justice League is next. We're not going to do the original Justice League. We're going to do the Zack Snyder's Justice League, the new one coming out. Because I don't want to watch the old one again.
Yeah.
I don't need 5, 10, 9 hours of this crap. Yeah. Maybe after I watch this one, I'll go back and watch the other one. Just see what the hell is going on. Because it's hard to make a comparison if I haven't seen the other ones so long. But yeah, 7 out of 10. Totally go watch it. It's on HBO Max. Director's cut, 3-hour version. Wonder Woman's the best part of this movie.
Pretty much.
Because she's the coolest. She has the coolest music. Her character does the most sensible things, even though she's not saving the city during the Metropolis travesties that are happening. But they never really give her enough time to do anything, so it's like she's just kind of in the background. That's her character. But yeah, Batfleck did a decent job. Henry Cavill's great as Superman. Gal Gadot's wonderful as Wonder Woman. I don't know. Watch it. It's worth a watch.
Don't listen to us. Make up your own mind.
Yeah, watch it. I enjoyed it a little bit. And it sounds like we're just dragging this movie across the floor a lot of the time, and it's just because we like these characters and all this stuff so much. So I want it to be good, so that's why it's like frustrating to see it be this way.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want it to be good.
We want to see a Batman being awesome and being a detective. We want to see Wonder Woman being princess of the Amazons. We want to see Superman being truth, justice, and the American way.
Yeah, they skipped over all of that.
Epic slam down with Doomsday. We want high stakes and heroes to root for and villains to jeer at, and all we got was, why are you doing this?
Yeah. So I have a prediction that when Lobo enters this DCEU, everything's going to take a turn for the better, and then everything's going to get better after that.
Oh, wow. What if Lobo is the DCU's Deadpool?
Exactly, yeah. Just bring in Lobo and everything will be fine. Like, make it fun, make it cool, make it cool action, and then he'll right the ship. He'll right the ship. Lobo will save DCEU.
If only.
Yeah.
All right. Here's hoping.
Yeah, it's my take. But yeah, is that it? You
I
good?
like this take. Yeah.
All right. Till
Good
next
stuff.
time. Stay super, everybody. Have hope.
Keep hope alive.